Well, hey there, neighbor. It's me, Angie. Come on in here. How are y'all doing? I've missed you all. I've been gone for a few days. Well, not actually gone, but I've been away from you two for a few days because my sweet little granddaughter Berkeley was here. And of course, I have to spend all the time I can with that baby. She is the center of all my attention these days. That little thing has me wrapped around her little finger, and she knows it. But she's the sweetest thing. I mean, to be around a baby with their innocence is just, it's a breath of fresh air. Knowing that this baby loves you unconditionally with no strings attached. All she knows is that she loves you. Now, if we could grow up like that and be like that as an adult, to grow up loving people unconditionally, how much better would our life be? Now, I know that we have all probably loved someone unconditionally and they have not loved us in return like that, and that hurts. But have we really ever just loved somebody unconditionally? Now, a lot of times when people love somebody, it's they expect a payoff. Like they want that person to love them back the same way. And I'm here to tell you, everybody does not love the same way. I mean, you may love somebody with every bit of who you are, and that person may do the same thing. But the amount of love they have doesn't equal the amount of love you have. But that doesn't mean they don't love you. But you cannot compare your passion for someone or your love for someone for that same person to feel that way. It just is probably not going to happen. But it does sometimes, because you meet that person where they love you unconditionally, you love them unconditionally, and it's just a match made in heaven. But that doesn't happen all the time. But when you're around little kids and they are so innocent and they love unconditionally, it is so great to see. I mean, it is a breath of fresh air. I know I've said that in this video, but it actually is. But as we grow up, our definition of love changes. And I don't know why it does. I don't know if it's because we've gotten hurt or the fact that we become, well, if I act like I love somebody, I can get this or I can get that, and that's playing on somebody's emotions, and we never ever should do that. Sometimes when we're mistreated, we don't love like we used to because we see how somebody can treat us, mean and abuse us and act ugly toward us. So we tend to barricade our love for people, put a fence around it, guard it with all we have because you've been hurt. But I implore you to just start reaching out to people and start trying to love people again. Let people into your life. Now, I'm saying with caution if you've been hurt a lot, but just a little bit at a time, let someone love you and you love them, because that's what makes the world go around. Love makes the world go around, believe it or not. Now, I know some people would say, no, money makes the world go around. Well, of course, in the natural, it does, because we can't live without that mighty dollar, supporting us, having that to support ourselves. But emotionally and mentally and whatever, we need love to make the world go around. And when I say love, I don't mean that lustful, desire to have a person, or you think they look good, or, I don't mean lust. I mean actual love. Because love has no barriers. It has no condition. And believe me, you put yourself out there, you're going to get hurt because some people don't know how to love. They don't know the meaning of love. They never will. But if you don't ever love someone, you don't know what you're missing. I mean, just because that person doesn't love you back doesn't mean you'll find someone that does love you. You got to keep looking, and you got to continue to, love people. And sometimes you have to love the unlovable. I mean, we're not always the perfect. I mean, I know I'm not the perfect person to always love, and everybody wants to just love me. I mean, I have my moods, and I have my awkward ways, and the things that I do stuff. But I don't know if you ever heard this, but love is a choice. Love is not a feeling. Now, lust is a feeling. Yeah, it is. But it took me a long time to understand love is a choice. You can choose to love someone or not love them. Now, you can disagree with me, because I disagreed with that statement for a long time. And then as I got older, I was like, that is true. Love is a choice. I mean, whether you love somebody or not is your choice. Now, I'm not saying the love that's between a husband and a wife, or the love between a parent and their child. I mean, there's different kinds of love, but I'm talking about loving your neighbor as yourself. I mean, some of us must not like ourselves, or we wouldn't treat each other the way we do. I mean, if we loved our neighbor as ourselves, then we would have no worries if we really loved ourselves. And I find myself being able to love people more when I love myself more. That I accept myself, and I understand the way I am. And that I have faults, and I'm not perfect. And that's the way people are that are around you. They're not perfect, and they have their faults. And you can love them from a distance. You don't have to be around them every day or all the time. You can love them from a distance, because I have people in my life I have to love from a distance. And you say, well, how do you love them if they're, you have to keep them at a distance? Because you have people in your life that you have to protect yourself from, that'll bring negativity, bring drama, bring hurt. Believe it or not, people are out there to intentionally hurt you, to bring you down, to cause drama, to always start something that doesn't need to be started. I mean, how can people wake up with drama in their life every single day? How is that possible? I mean, that would tire me out. I don't see it. And wake up with so much anger towards somebody that's how they thrive. I don't get that, and I hope I never do. Which, I'm not perfect, but I'm just saying, try to love from a distance. And you may say, oh, I cannot love that person. I don't even like them. How can I love them? Well, do you know you can love somebody and not like them? You absolutely can. The same way, you can like somebody and not love them. The same way, let's just say two people are dating and one person falls in love and the other one doesn't. And the one that doesn't fall in love says, well, I like you a lot, but I don't love you. Same difference. You can love someone and not like them, and you can like them and not love them. But you got to protect yourself from that. And at the same time, you've got to reach out. You got to sincerely reach out to people and let them know you care about them. One word, one sentence, one phone call, one smile, one acknowledgement. Now, I know there's some people out there that'll grab a hold to that and just drain you dry when you show them some kind of attention. But you just have to be able to put them back in their place and say, you're already an adult. I can't raise you again. I'm sorry that you are in the shape you're in, but I can only offer you X, Y, and Z. I cannot be here to exhaust myself taking care of you. Because you matter. You come first. I mean, how would you be able to take care of so many people if you wasn't taking care of yourself? I mean, we got to take care of ourselves before we take care of someone else. But that doesn't mean we have to be mean and ugly and shun that person. I mean, would you like to be done like that? Okay, let's just say you have been done like that. Now, why would you want to do somebody else like that? Why would you want to shun somebody, not speak to them, have somebody else treat them ugly just because you have treated them ugly? I mean, do we have little cliques here that says, okay, well, I don't like this person. I don't want you to like them. I mean, no, that's, okay, let's just straightforward, that's childish. I mean, that's like controlling that other person, and nobody wants to be controlled. Do you want somebody controlling your life, who you can speak to, who who not to speak to, who to like, who not to like, what to eat, what not to eat? Nobody wants that. When you become an adult, you want to be free to do whatever you want to do. You want to be free to like whoever you want to like, dislike whoever you want to like. And disliking somebody, that's fine. Just don't bring it up. Just stay your distance. You don't have to tell everybody you don't like that person. Just don't be around them. That's what adults do. It's not like a bunch of high schoolers that say, oh, I don't like them because they did or this or they did that. No, let's be adults. Let's be in the same room with each other. And this was the hardest thing for me to ever learn how to do. And that was to speak to somebody after I knew what they had done to me. I didn't want to even speak to them because I didn't want to have anything to do. And to this day, I still have tendencies to be like that. If you hurt me, I'm not ugly to you. You're invisible to me. I mean, I don't want to even acknowledge that you're in the room. I'm not trying to talk about you or dislike you. And, a lot of us are like that. We just pretend that they don't exist. Well, if that's how you have to get through whatever this person's done to you, that's fine. But just remember, let's be adults. Let's try to be, okay, let's just use these two words. Let's try to be loyal to ourselves and be trustworthy. When somebody tells us things, let's just don't go out and just tell everybody. Let's try to be trustworthy to ourselves, to others, if somebody confides in us. But let's don't act like we know something that somebody else doesn't know, and it's supposed to be a prideful thing. Everybody doesn't even know you have to know something that you're supposed to be trustworthy about. Trustworthy is being able to trust someone to trust you without you even acknowledging that you know anything, that you can keep a secret. A lot of women can't hold water. And by that, I mean, you tell them something, it's like turning on a faucet. They getting on the phone, trying to find somebody else that they can tell what happened. That's not being trustworthy. Let's try to be trustworthy. Let's try to love each other. Be kind. Now, I'm here to tell you, everybody cannot like everybody. But there is something called respect. We can all respect each other. We don't have to say how we are as far as, when I get mad at somebody, that's it. I just write them off. We don't need to know that. If I get mad at somebody, you can forget it. I'm never going to speak to them again. Everybody doesn't have to know that. That's between you and the person that you have the difficulty with. Now, when I'm speaking to you, I'm speaking to me because I hear everything I'm saying. So whatever I'm saying to you, I need to work on myself. So I'm not directly speaking to anybody in particular. I'm just speaking as a whole, as just somebody that wants you to know that when you are not trustworthy and you're not loyal and you don't love and you hold grudges and you are mad all the time, you can't let good things come into your life. You can't. Good things aren't going to come into your life. when you are so angry all the time and you are vindictive and you want to get back at somebody, and the good things and the karma is not like that. Whatever you put out in the world, that's exactly what you're going to get back. If you put out kindness, loyalty, love, trustworthiness, inviting people in and be inclusive, you're going to get all that back. But if you put out madness, hate, anger, vindictiveness, spreading gossip, spreading something about somebody that may or may not even be true, you're not really sure if it is, but you're going to tell it, then nothing but karma is going to come back. And I'm here to tell you, I don't want to see any of my neighbors hurt. So please, if you say prayers, say a prayer for people, or even yourself, and ask not to be that way. Some people like to be that way. I don't. I like to be free from anger, sadness, free from people hurting me. Now, have I I've forgiven them for hurting me, and let it go. But that doesn't mean I wasn't hurting at the time and wasn't painfully sad that it had happened to me. Did I want something to happen to that person when they hurt me? Well, yes, I did at the time, because a lot of times we don't deserve to be hurt by someone. I mean, maybe it's because, someone wears their makeup wrong. Maybe it's because they have a different of opinion than you do. I mean, who knows why somebody gets mad at somebody else. But it doesn't matter, because in the long run, in 5 days from now, in 5 months from now, you've taken all this time off of your life that you'll never be able to get back because you've been mad at someone, or you want to see something evil come on someone. No, focus on the good points of your life. Don't focus on what somebody's done to you. Now, I know that's hard because a lot of pain has come to a lot of people. And of course, you have to work through it. And it's okay to be mad. It's okay. But then when you're mad, you go right through it and you become glad again. And you're happy that you're alive and that you're okay. Does that make it okay for that person to have hurt you? No, it does not. But you know what's going to come around? Karma is going to come around to that person. But guess what you're going to have? You're going to have your life back. You're going to have peace, comfort, joy, happiness. So you just set that person aside that's hurt you. And you don't worry about it, because karma will take care of them. They'll be taken care of. You need to move on with your life, because you're bright. You're intelligent. You're beautiful. You have so many talents. But if you hold a grudge and you stay angry, you can't bring all that forth, because it just won't work. So I'm telling you, you let karma take care of that person. And you be you, because you're beautiful. And with that being said, neighbor, I want each and every one to know that I love each and every one of you. And like I said, when I bring you a message like this, I'm talking to myself as well as I'm talking to you. I'm always having to learn something. But until we meet again, neighbor, like, share, subscribe, ring that bell so you'll know the next time that I'm coming to you with a video. And I've enjoyed you coming by today. I forgot to mention, I've had lemonade, tea, cranberry juice. Oh, and I had white grape juice today. I forgot to tell you. And all kind of snacks. So I hope you enjoyed it. Until next time, neighbor. Bye.